Today, we have a double PSA mail day, but not in the way that you might think. Now, recently, I've been doing some buying off of the PSA eBay page. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to open up these boxes first because these literally just got in. But I had the realization that I was running really dangerously low on slabs. And I don't like being in that position. You know, I have 150 something cards out right now at PSA and SGC, but they're being a little slower than I would prefer. So I had to go fix that problem. And to do that, well, I had to go, buy some PSA stuff. Go buy some slabs online. And PSA has auctions that are ending basically every day from 8 o'clock Central Time to 9 o'clock Central Time. They've got a few thousand auctions, essentially. How they have shifted, or an option that they have now given a lot of people when they are grading their cards with PSA, is that you can send your cards directly to eBay. You can keep your card in the PSA vault, where it's going to be safely stored and secured, and then you can send that card to be sold on eBay. You can do it as a buy it now. You can do it as an auction, which all of these were auction purchases for me. But you've got a lot of different options in terms of doing that. If you are truly just grading cards to flip them and make money, well, this could maybe be a decent option for you. Now, I think that I got some pretty good deals here. I've got everything pulled out now, so let's show you guys what we picked up. All right, so this is the first time that I've ever bought from them. Nice that they don't seal the bubble mailer. Lets me reuse it. So it looks like these are all in bags. So give me a second. I got to pull these all out of the bags because it's not something that you're going to want to have to watch me do. All right, so I've got these all unwrapped now, and I can actually show you guys the card that I bought. Now, I'm going to try, no promises, but I'm going to try and put what I paid for each of these cards up on screen. It might be a little complicated because there's so many of them, but I want to show you guys basically what I'm paying on each of these. And the way that the PSA auctions work is that, it's like in a regular eBay auction. So my approach has just been kind of going in and tossing in some lowball offers, just bid what I think the most that I would pay on a card is. Most of this stuff is the lower end slabs, the type of stuff that I normally sell, but some of it's some nicer stuff. This one is one of those nicer ones. Roki Sasaki in the Stadium Club Green, numbered at a 99 here. Now, if you guys know Stadium Club, you know that a 9 is actually a pretty difficult grade to get just because of the paper card. I'm going to be honest, looking at this one as well, I think that that's very harshly graded. I think that looks like a 10, but I'm not a professional grader. We got Travis Bazana, so grab some nice stuff, grab some cheaper stuff, get a good variety. But my approach generally is to go in, throw in a bid. I go in the night before. This one's a deal. I know that this one I'm going to toss up on screen. I think I paid 180 on this, and the last raw did 170. That one, though, is one of the challenges. I'm going to have a full video on this talking about comps. The challenge with this, and what I don't love, is that, I now have set the comp for this card. I now have made it that when somebody looks and says, hey, what's a Jason Dominguez Cosmic Auto worth? Somebody's going to look at a PSA 10 and say, well, it sold for 180. If you wanted it at that price, you should have bought it. But I'm taking the approach of just throw some offers in there, see whether or not people like it, see whether or not, it's people are liking it more than me. And if I can get it for a great price, awesome. If not, then there's plenty of other stuff. I think last night I won like 31 auctions, which is just crazy. It's hard to keep up with the slab inventory, especially when PSA and SGC are being a little slower in terms of grading stuff. So being able to supplement by buying some stuff like this. Nice Jordan Lawler on the short print. I think he's probably going to start the year in the minors. This is another nice one. This one might end up in our mystery packs, which, little plug, opening day mystery packs. If you guys are wanting them, make sure to follow along here. We'll have a video on that next week, most likely, on all the details, but very, very cool Jordan on here. Paul Skeens in the Throwback Thursday. I thought this one was a really good deal. The Paul Skeens, I can't remember what I paid, but it'll probably be on screen. Paul Skeens on the Duo and Immediate Hit. I have this one as a vintage stock card at SGC right now, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But a 10 on that, very nice yellow team color border there. I paid like 15 bucks on this, and out of 10 Sapphire, why not? This one is one of the great examples, though, of the dangers of setting a comp. So I will toss these comps up on screen, but I remember them pretty well. Leo DeVries, I paid 51 bucks on this. The last raw sale when I bought it, 125. One before that, 110. One before that, 100 bucks. All $100 plus. So get this for $51 deal. The day after this one sold, a raw copy sold for $44. Because somebody looked and said, well, if a PSA 9 is that, that's what I'm willing to pay. I still think this is a super short print. Like, we're talking 1 in every 8 cases of Bowman Draft have this. I still think it's a great pickup. I still think it's worth 100 bucks. All a card is worth is what we'll pay for it. And I was willing to pay more. I had a max bid of, what was it, $90, I think, on that. And sometimes you toss in your max bid and it gets nowhere near that, which is a nice win for me. Last stack here, finally. Come on, focus for me. There we go. Jackson Churio. And as I said, most of this stuff, it's nothing crazy, but it is stuff that will do well for me. It is stuff that, this is for the PC. I'm definitely going to crack this. The negative on the Juan Soto. Just a good-looking card. But it's stuff that will do well on stream. It's stuff that I will, you know, have some demand for. I can toss some of these in some of the mystery packs that we're doing as well. Nice Bobby Witt here out of 199. Thank God his injury was not an injury. He's okay. Just going to be bruised. Randy Johnson out of 50. Awesome card there. Love this Shohei. And then you guys are going to be surprised at the end here, these last two cards. Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani, but as a BGS 9.5? How does that happen? Well, it's the PSA vault that you're buying from, basically. And people send stuff into the PSA vault from BGS. So, crazy that this one was centering away from a BGS 10, let alone a black label, potentially. So, definitely a nice card there. It's just a fun one. 2 MVPs face off in the World Series. And then the Ohtani on the Holiday Countdown Collection. Again, just another cool card. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing super expensive. Most of these things are not. Overall, though, everything here ended up being, what was it, $1,223. So $1,223 for all those slabs. I think it comes down to about $20-something a slab, which is pretty good, especially considering the fact that, you know, I'm going to pay 20 bucks a card to grade anything here with PSA in general. Overall, I think it was pretty solid, but I'm curious on you guys' perspective. Let me know if you like those pickups. I'll have more of these PSA mail days, both in terms of actual cards that I get graded, as well as more of these PSA eBay pickups. So if you guys are interested in those, let me know down in those comments. If you like these videos, me highlighting kind of what I'm paying for stuff, my perspective, etc. It's one of those things that I know that highlighting this is going to make it harder for me to buy some of these things, but I'm not here to gatekeep information. I want to show you guys how I'm doing this, how I'm running the business. That's always really, really important to me. So I hope you guys appreciate that, and I hope that you guys let me win some stuff every now and then. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys checking it out. We'll catch you in the next one.